Hi guys, hope you're doing well, keeping safe. Since I've been away, there's been a massive announcement from the WW1 Games Series. So we're getting a new front on part of the series. So we've got Verdun, we've got Tannenberg, and now we've got the new Italian one, Isonzo. I can't really pronounce it properly. I'm not gonna say it too often because I honestly don't know how to pronounce it. But it looks really interesting. This isn't going to be a trailer reaction or a trailer breakdown or anything. I'm just going to be sort of giving a few of my thoughts on how it's going to work, what it's going to be like, and if it's going to be successful. So earlier in the year, if you went on Verdun or Tannenberg, you'd get a little message which would pop up on the screen, and it'd say, "We're bringing something big to 2021." And some people thought it was going to be an update. Some others thought it was going to be a new game, and it turns out it is a new game. And so I've watched the trailer by now, and I imagine most of you guys have as well if you've got an interest in the WW1 Games Series, and it looks absolutely fantastic. It looks really, really good. Now, obviously, trailers are one thing, the game's always different. And I've been bitterly disappointed by games over the last few years, but I have hope in the WW1 Games Series, I must admit, because even though Verdun went through a difficult time in terms of sort of glitches and bugs and stuff. It's come out the end looking really good, and I think Tannenberg was fantastic at release, and I really enjoyed that game. And I think people who are into the more hardcore shooter type games, FPS games, enjoyed it as well. So I'm hoping the new Italian front's going to be like that. Now, from what I've seen on the trailers and from what I've been reading through sort of various games websites, the plan on making the maps as dynamic as possible, and I think there's a massive focus on the maps within this game, and potentially the way your movement is, making the movement more realistic. I think they're trying to come away from the arcade sense as much as possible and really pushing for the hardcore sense, the more realistic feel of gameplay. And I think that's really good, because I think that will grab in a new audience, which I think there's a massive group of players on consoles which are really wanting some sort of more realistic form of like FPS gameplay. People are sick of Call of Duty and Battlefield, and to me they're finished now. I mean, they're not getting any better. They seem to be getting worse each year. And I know Battlefield's they're talking about a new release trailer soon, but I'm really not too bothered. So this is where games like WW1 Games Series can really take over. They can take that audience and push with this new sort of style of gameplay. But I'm going to read you out something here from a news website. So I think they're talking about the maps here. So, for example, we have completely redone the way we handle terrain, harnessing the power of tessellation to bring the razor-sharp rock formations of the Italian front to life. It also allows for trenches that are much more detailed than the previous games. Now that's really interesting. So I wonder what they mean by detailed, do they mean details as in the way it looks, or what's in the trenches to use? So can you use things in the trenches? In Tannenberg, for example, we can use different machine guns and things. Well, we can only use machine guns, but I wonder, in this new game, is there going to be other things in the trenches like more, artillery? I'd love to be able to use an artillery piece in Verdun or Tannenberg, so maybe they'll bring that into this new Italian front. So so far everything sounds really interesting, but again, I'm just wondering how it's all going to be put together in one, and I wonder what the game mode's going to be. I wonder if it's going to be. I imagine it would be a more similar game mode to Tannenberg over Verdun, where it's just sort of trench to trench. I think it'd be more capture certain areas within the map and then get a score for doing so. So it looks very good, and from what I've been reading, it's all positive at the minute. So this new game is meant to release apparently in 2021, or to launch sometime in 2021. It says here. For PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and PC, which is all very good news. The only thing I'm sort of being slightly pessimistic about is the sort of release date they've given. Well, they haven't given us a release date, but it wouldn't surprise me if it didn't come out in 2021 and it came out like a year after or something, because I know how long it took for the Verdun update to come and how that got delayed. I can't remember if Tannenberg got delayed. I'm not sure if it did now, but I really can't remember. But yeah, so that's the only thing I'm sort of somewhat being pessimistic about at the minute. But other than that, I don't think there really is any need to be pessimistic about the gameplay or the game itself, because it looks fantastic. But we'll see. I imagine in the future there's going to be further gameplay, and I imagine there'll be some big YouTube channel out there that will get some gameplay out fairly soon, hopefully. So I'll look out for that, and I'll keep you guys updated with that as well. Alright, so guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I know it was only a short one. As I say, I didn't want to do a trailer reaction or anything like that because there's so many of them on YouTube. I don't particularly like trailer reactions, so I didn't want to do one of them. I just wanted to give a quick run of my thoughts, and I don't really have too much time to make too much content at the minute either. But hopefully soon I'll be back to live streams again. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments as usual. I reply to pretty much all of them unless I dislike you or miss you. But thanks for watching. Cheers.